His cologne, a sharp, expensive scent of sandalwood and ambition, was the last thing I remembered clinging to me as my world ended. Preston's arms were wrapped around my waist from behind, his chin resting on my shoulder as we swayed gently in the soft light of our penthouse living room. Outside, the city glittered like a carpet of fallen stars. Happy anniversary, Karis, he murmured, his voice a low, seductive hum against my ear. To us, to everything we've built. I leaned back into his embrace, my eyes closing as I tried to savor the rare moment of peace in our chaotic lives. He was my husband, my partner, the brilliant CEO to my ruthlessly efficient CFO. I had dedicated my entire adult life to building his empire, believing it was ours. Then, his grip tightened, just a fraction too much, the warmth in his touch turning possessive, cold. You know I'd do anything for this company, right? He whispered, his tone shifting, losing its practiced tenderness and revealing the steel beneath. Anything at all. The question hung in the air, a chilling premonition. Before I could answer, the memory dissolved into the blinding pain of impact, the sickening crunch of bone against marble, and the suffocating darkness that followed. Section 01. The sharp, cloying sweetness of a cheap floral perfume jolted me back to a world I thought I had left forever. It was Brielle Kenner, Preston's executive assistant and my supposed best friend, leaning over my desk with a saccharine smile plastered on her perfectly made-up face. Karis, are you awake? Thank God, great timing. We need the CFO's final authorization for a large purchase order, and the corporate seal. Of course, it's just a formality. I'll reimburse the funds personally later, I promise. There it was, the exact same line, the same cloying smile, the same venomous lie that had been the first domino to fall. My breath hitched, my hand flew to my neck, expecting to feel the sticky warmth of blood, but there was nothing. I wasn't at the bottom of a flight of stairs, broken and bleeding out while my husband calmly called security to report my accidental fall. I was in my office, the sleek, minimalist space I had designed myself. It was yesterday, or rather, the yesterday of my previous life. The cacophony of cheers and excited chatter from the main office floor confirmed it, a sound that now felt like a funeral dirge. I pushed myself up from my chair, my movements stiff, my limbs heavy with the ghost of remembered pain. My heart was a cold, heavy stone in my chest. I leaned against the doorframe of my glass-walled office, my knuckles white as I gripped the cool metal. I watched the sea of celebrating employees, their faces beaming with a joy I knew was bought with my life. Brielle, seeing me, flitted over like a social butterfly in a designer dress, her hand reaching out to link with my arm in a show of familiar, treacherous affection. I sidestepped her touch as if she were poison. She didn't miss a beat, her wide, innocent eyes blinking up at me, a perfect picture of confusion. It's for the team, Karis, to thank them for all their hard work this quarter. The limited edition Chrono Critters collector's set for everyone. Isn't that exciting? Exciting. In my last life, that exciting gift was a multi-million-dollar expenditure she fraudulently put through using my credentials, my trust, my name. When the auditors came, she and Preston had stood side by side, feigning shock and sorrow as they threw me under the bus. They used my signature, my authority, to line their own pockets and then watched, impassive, as I was sentenced to pay back 10 times the amount. And when I threatened to expose them, they killed me. I met her gaze, my own eyes feeling like chips of ice. The old Karis was gone. Just then, Preston emerged from his own office, a broad, charming smile on his handsome face. He walked directly to my desk and picked up the key to my safe deposit box, where the corporate seal and my CFO-level security fob were kept, and held it out to Brielle. Go on, Brie, he said, his voice dripping with a casual authority that undermined my own. Get it done. Your sister Karis is busy. You can handle this. Brielle's fingers brushed against his as she reached for the key, a spark of triumph in her eyes. My hand shot out like a viper, snatching the key from midair. Preston, I said, my voice dangerously calm, who gave you permission to touch my things? His smile vanished, replaced by a flash of raw irritation. Karis, what the hell is your problem? Stop being so dramatic. Give her the key. Brielle immediately put on a wounded expression. Oh, Karis, please don't be mad. The loyalty points will be under your account. You could flip the limited editions for a profit. Preston wrapped a protective arm around her shoulders. See, so considerate. If you were half as thoughtful, maybe you wouldn't be so damn exhausting. I can't afford that kind of thoughtfulness. I cut him off, his face contorted with rage. He grabbed a stack of financial reports and hurled them at me. The hard corner of a binder clipped my forehead, sending a sharp, stinging pain across my skin. You ungrateful bitch. Apologize to her right now, or we're getting a divorce. I am sick of your jealous, petty, ice queen attitude. The old Karis would have been crumbling with guilt, but me. I found their performance nauseating. I slowly touched my stinging forehead. A divorce? Fine, perfect. Preston's eyes widened in disbelief. Are you insane? You want a divorce over this? I treat Brielle like a sister. Brielle's tears began to fall on cue. Karis, it's all my fault. Please don't fight with press. I'll even buy you one of the ultra-rare variants as compensation. Okay, Preston scoffed. There you have it. You just wanted to squeeze something extra out of her, didn't you? Pathetic. Give her the key. The surrounding employees began to chime in, a chorus of condemnation. Brielle is being so generous. Stop acting so high and mighty, Karis. Yeah, you get the points and a free rare collectible. What's your problem? Karis is always so stingy. No wonder everyone likes Brielle more. A pack of ungrateful vultures. Brielle's patience finally wore thin. Karis, stop making a scene. Give me the key. She lunged for it. I stepped back. My credentials, my decision. Use your own money. Her face fell, then her voice rose to a dramatic, trembling pitch. Do you really dislike me that much? Fine, let's just forget the whole thing. Everyone, back to work, I guess. Instantly, I was cast as the villain who had crushed the morale of the entire office. Dozens of angry glares shot toward me like daggers. A sudden, sharp pain twisted in my gut, and I rushed to the restroom. When I returned, the key to my safe deposit box was placed neatly beside the box itself. My blood ran cold. I immediately checked. Inside, the seal and fob were still there. Preston walked by, chuckling, getting paranoid. Karis, you're not that important. I ignored him and left for the day. Back at our condo, the feeling of unease grew stronger. Just then, a call came from the bank. A serious voice informed me that a personal loan of $3 million under my name was a month overdue. If it wasn't settled, they would report me to the credit bureau. froze, resulting in an immediate freeze on all my associated accounts, personal and corporate. The memory hit me like a physical blow. 6 months ago, Preston had claimed a family emergency. I had taken out the loan to help him. A loan I now realized was a cage they had built around me. A cold, brilliant plan began to form. I adopted a panicked tone. I'm so sorry. I lost my job. I don't have that kind of money. Please, just do what you have to do. I hung up and blocked the number. It was done. A catastrophic asset freeze was imminent. The next morning, my mother called. Carrie, could you come home for dinner tonight? Your father, he really misses you. It was my dad's birthday, Mom, I said, my voice thick with emotion. I'll be there. I decided to stop by the Eden Plaza Mall, one of my family's properties, to pick up a gift. I was in the jewelry section when a hand snatched the emerald necklace I was admiring. Of course, it was Preston and Brielle. Brie, this is stunning, Preston said, draping it on her. It would look perfect on you. Brielle shot me a provocative glance. Oh my, it looks like Karis was interested in it too. Maybe we should let her have it. Preston sneered. What, you came here to window shop your sorrows away? Tell you what, apologize to Brielle, and whatever you want in this store is on me. Consider it charity. I turned to leave. He grabbed my arm, shoving me against a display case. Don't you walk away from me. My back slammed against the sharp corner. Without a second thought, I swung my hand and slapped him hard across his smug face. Karis, you hit me, he roared. Brielle burst into dramatic tears. Karis, I'm so sorry. Please don't hit Press. Her wailing instantly attracted our colleagues from the Chrono Critter store next door. They swarmed over, surrounding me. Karis, you've gone too far. You're just jealous of Brielle, you miserable cow. The crowd grew agitated. Someone from behind grabbed a fistful of my hair and yanked my head back. Another person snatched a perfume tester and sprayed it directly into my eyes. The sharp, alcoholic sting was blinding. In the chaos, someone forced a heavy platinum and diamond tennis bracelet into my hand. Feel that, Karis? That's real luxury. The store manager rushed over, sweating. Ma'am, that piece is not for handling. If it is damaged, you will be required to purchase it. Preston cut him off arrogantly. You think we can't afford it? Brielle, pay the man. Let's show these peasants what real money looks like. To further intimidate me, he smashed a heavy crystal whiskey decanter on the floor at my feet. Apologize or not, he roared. I pushed him away. I did nothing wrong. My defiance was the spark that lit the powder keg. My colleagues, with Brielle's silent approval and Preston's encouragement, began grabbing items from the counters, trying them on, dropping them, turning the pristine store into a scene of utter chaos. The staff were completely overwhelmed. Stop, all of you, stop. We're calling the police, the manager screamed. Go ahead.